Goals, funny scenes and fun moments. Below is a list of Hacksaw Ridge goofs. Find out the hidden errors, mistakes and funny moments in the movie.
Anachronisms.
When Hal Doss sits down at the dinner table in his new uniform, one can clearly see a piercing in his earlobe for an earring. No male in the U.S. ever wore an earring in the 1940s. Desmond received his Bronze Star Medal received for heroic achievement, heroic service, meritorious achievement, or meritorious service in a combat zone, for events that happened on December 7, 1944, at Leyte. So it's dubious that he may have been treated anywhere as a coward at the start of the Hacksaw Ridge events, around April 29, 1945. Desmond's father, Tom Doss, appears in his World War I Army uniform with his medals, the Silver Star Medal, the World War I Victory Medal with clasps and the Croix de Guerre. In the film, the World War I Victory Medal is shown with 3 clasps, the France Service Clasp, the Cambrai Combat Clasp and the Yperlis Combat Clasp. Service clasps were not worn if the soldier earned a combat clasp, so the France clasp should not be present. U.S. forces at Cambrai consisted of only the 11th, 12th and 14th Engineer Regiments. Tom has an infantry disc on his collar, not an engineer disc. No U.S. unit is known to be present at both Cambrai and Yperlis. Tom is wearing the 1939 to 1945 Croix de Guerre. He should be wearing the 1914 to 1918 Croix de Guerre for distinguished service in World War I. As the U.S. Army soldiers arrive at Okinawa and march up to the front line from the beaches, an Iowa-class battleship can be seen in the ocean in the background. Although the Iowas did participate in the Okinawa campaign, the battleship in the film is in its 1980s configuration.
Continuity.
When Desmond is reading his Bible during a break in the assault on the ridge, a close-up of his hand shows an impeccably clean thumb after treating the wounded as they are covered with blood and mud. When Desmond's girlfriend Dorothy bids farewell to Desmond outside the bus, he is sitting by a window on the right side. In the next shot, as he looks in the Bible she handed him, he is sitting on the left side of the bus. When Japanese commander was shown preparing for ritual suicide, you could plainly see his open heart surgery scar. In the scene when he kills himself, it is gone. Factual errors. Desmond did get hit by a sniper, whose bullet caused him a compound fracture of one arm. This was intentionally left out of the movie by Mel Gibson, who felt audiences would find the heroic circumstances under which it happened too hard to believe. Shortly after the battle begins, one of the soldiers is seen using a BC 611 handy-talkie to communicate with another soldier who is using an SCR 300 backpack walkie-talkie. The BC 611 is amplitude modulated, AM, and the SCR 300 is frequency modulated, FM. It is impossible for those 2 radios to communicate with each other. Harold Doss, Desmond's brother, was wearing an Army uniform at the kitchen table when in fact he enlisted in the Navy and served aboard the USS Lindsay. Desmond's father, Tom Doss, never asked his former commander to write a letter that stopped Desmond from being court-martialed. He did, though, contact the chairman of the Churches War Service Commission in Washington, Carlisle B. Haynes, who in turn contacted Regimental Commander, Colonel Stephen S. Hamilton, who straightened the things out and gave Desmond a 3-day pass to go home and see his brother Harold before he returned to the Navy to go overseas. In the opening scene, Desmond is heard reading Isaiah 40 hours, and 28 minutes 31. The translation he is quoting is from the NIV. The NIV wasn't published till the 70s. Desmond Doss was not the first Medal of Honor recipient to claim conscientious objector status. Alvin York claimed that status when he enlisted in 1917, but his claim was rejected. Dorothy Shutt didn't get her nursing degree until years later after she met Desmond. Incorrectly regarded as goofs, the Silver Star Medal was not created until 1932, years after Tom Doss left the Army. Prior to that date, the Silver Star Medal's predecessor, the Silver Citation Star, consisted of a silver star, 3/16 inch in diameter, worn on the suspension ribbon of the campaign medal. in this case the World War I Victory Medal. However, after the Silver Star was created, any recipient of the Citation Star could have that decoration upgraded to the Silver Star simply by applying. Revealing mistakes. In one of the massive fight scenes with the Japanese, you see a Japanese soldier being burned with the American flamethrower fire, and you can clearly see a modern fire retardant glove on his hand. When Das is determining that a soldier was dead at the top of the ridge, a very brief shot shows the soldier with normal pupil and iris. Subsequent shots avoid showing the eyes. In death, pupils dilate due to muscle relaxation. As a medic, Das would have known this and realized the patient was still alive at that point. Near the end, during the final battle montage, an American soldier thrusts his detached bayonet down at a knocked-over Japanese soldier. Looking closely, the bayonet does not penetrate him and goes through the space between his arm and torso, penetrating the ground below, but the Japanese soldier still feigns pain. The Hacksaw Ridge goofs.